Nets Kingdom.
Fuck that house mob. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it. Niggas just can't take it.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy AJ. I'm here with Cypher and Rage. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Nets Kingdom 1. All our Twitters are scrolling at the bottom. So we're back again with another scouting report on Cedric Coward, the riser man. If you go to NBA Draft Twitter or the NBA Draft community, this has been a name that's been on the rise, been bubbling through all the mock boards and drafts. His name's on the rise. What he has, I think he has one of the best. Let me read about his come up story first, because he has a crazy come up story. So he was a Division III breakout, started at Willamette in 2021, averaging 19 and 12, earning Freshman of the Year and first team All Northwest Conference. Then he jumped to Eastern Washington, transferred to there, grew into a starter, averaging 15 points, 6 rebounds in 2023-2024. Moved to Washington State, immediately became impactful. 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 3.7 assists before he had a torn labrum. This is the season he had the torn labrum, cut his season after 6 games. So we only were able to watch him for 6 games. So if you're looking for a film on Cedric Coward, you're going to have to look for like the film where he was in the beginning, not the recent, because he only played 6 games after the torn labrum. And this is where he made his breakout, I guess, put his name on the map, was the NBA Draft Combine. So he got invited, but I think he also got an invitation from Duke. Duke was interested in him. So he got invited to the Combine, where he just had outstanding measurements. He was measured at 6'6" and a quarter barefoot with a 7'2" and a quarter wingspan, 8'10" standing reach. And then he just killed the athletic testing with a 38.5 max vertical and a 3.06 three-quarter sprint. It was just incredible. And people were just like, who is this kid?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
7'2" wingspan?
Yeah. 7'2" wingspan. That's incredible. And it's like people were like
6.5 without shoes.
So people were like, who is this guy? Like, who is this guy with great measurables and outstanding? And then you look at the shooting drills, he just killed the shooting drills. He barely missed in the shooting drills. So it's like, that's where everybody was like, who is this guy, Cedric Coward? And you just see his name pop up. Like, I remember I first saw his name. I'm like, who is Cedric Coward? And I just see his name pop up. And now we're a week away from the draft, and he's mocked at, like, some people have him in the lottery, some people have him 15, 16, 17, that range. That's how high his stock has been. And this is a D3 guy, which is, it's crazy, man. It's a really crazy story when you think about it. Like, but what were you guys like first impressions when you heard Cedric Coward? Like, were you guys like looking on like Twitter, like, who is this guy? Or were y'all like what was your reaction to Cedric Coward, the Cedric Coward fan club on Twitter that's, bubbling?
Yeah, no, you were right. My first reaction was like, yo, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is Cedric Coward? Like, the measurables were ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then you look at like, go into like actually like, like his players, like his play style, and like you watch his highlights and stuff, and like, I mean, ridiculous. Like, ultimately just like with the upside, because he's 6'6", 6'6.5" without shoes, and then shot 40% from 3, and has those like defensive, has that defensive upside with just like his relatively like solid speed, and obviously like just has like been like his ability to like cover ground and stuff. So it was ridiculous. It was a very big surprise ultimately when he just he just like you said, just kind of came up out of nowhere. Was really like not like familiar with him until the draft combine and that. So it was crazy ultimately, but he's very intriguing, very kind of nasty ultimately, like tough.
Go ahead, Saif. Your Cedric Coward fan club thoughts.
I mean, he's an amazing player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's exactly everything you want in an NBA wing. Like, he's huge. He's 6'8" with shoes probably. He's got a 7'2" wingspan. Shooting form looks good. Really good finisher at the rim, both on the ball, straight line drives, attack off the catch, some creation ability, really good cutter, really good in transition. Free throw shooting was good too. Isn't afraid of contact. He's got some bulk to him. Like, yeah, he's just the whole package. Like, he shot a career 39% from three in college, and each year the volume went up. So his rookie year, his freshman year, he shot 39% from three, one attempt, 38% from three on 4 attempts last year. Then this year, he played 6 games, but he increased the volume to 5 attempts per game and 40%. Like, he, in the passing division, like, his one weakness going into the season was his playmaking. Like, he had a negative assist to turnover ratio last season. And, again, small sample size of Washington State, but 3.7 assists to 2.2 turnovers. So he's got some passing vision and connective vision.
Yeah.
Like, he is just, and defensively, like, he is a versatile defender, like good shot blocker, good help defender. On-ball defense is a little inconsistent, but he's got.
He can guard
all
what,
the
like
tools.
1 through 3, 1 through 4, or probably like 1 through 3.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably
even one-
1 through 3, 1 through 4.
1 through 4.
Honestly, maybe even 1 through 5. Like, he has the size and strength to guard some fives on switches.
Yeah, he does. When you think about it now, yeah, he probably does. Now we spoke about the elite physical tools, the athletic build with him, and then what I really want to talk about too is the scoring type of it. And I was saying this before we started this. Like, when I watch him play, it's like, first of all, the picture perfect form, the high release is incredible. It's just the beautiful shot mechanics, and I think that's why he's such a great shooter, because the mechanics are so fundamentally sound. And then I said this, like, he reminds me of like the way Mikal Bridges and Kawhi Leonard kind of get buckets. They're kind of guys that are really off, like really high Q off ball movement guys that are really like good at like relocating off screens, finding space and making like sharp cuts, like natural kind of like connecting and like the flow of the offense. That's how
You
I
can
kind
find
of,
him getting some touches in the post too, and like genuinely
Yeah.
working on like, shots within that range of like either getting to the rim or like genuinely just like doing like either like fadeaways or stuff like that, like genuinely.
Yeah, like that. He's that type of guy. Like, he has really high IQ off ball movement, and then he will get to his spot, and he's really efficient at getting that shot off. Kind of like how Mikal and Kawhi is. Like, he'll post up, get that matey fade away, come off the screen. Like, he's a really natural off the ball guy, but at the same time, he's a two-way wing, which on defense, he's a really good defender too, because he has the elite physical tools, a 7'2" wingspan, and then the athleticism to be on the wing and guard and scale up. So I think why scouts are just rating him so high is because they're overlooking his age, because he is 23. He's going to be 23 soon.
22.
22.
Yep.
He's turning
22 in September.
He's 22 in September. Usually scouts poo-poo on that age. There are ageism, and you know how there's this ageism in the draft community. If you're 22 and over, it's, oh my God, whoa, you're way too old. But I think they're looking that over because he seems like a more plug-and-play, two-way wing, ready to go kind of guy. And we see how valuable, like, in today's end, we just saw Desmond Bane go for 4 first rounds. Like, they really value these really high-level shooting, volume, efficient shooters that can be a possible
that are
two-way.
versatile. Like,
Yeah.
if you have the defensive utility
Mhm.
and you could kind of play make, and you have like all this wing stuff. Like, and by the way, Desmond Bane is like 6'5". Like, he's not like really wing size, but he's just so valuable because of his offensive versatility and his two-way ability.
And always has been a really strong shooter.
Yeah, catch and shoot is really efficient. I think 40% on Mobley his whole career.
Yeah.
So
And with
yeah,
Coward, like his, like, it's not a one-to-one comp, but like I could see his career trajectory being like similar to Bane. Like, he could be like a win now guy, like right now, and then he could be like a fringe all-star. Like, I really see that with Coward.
Yeah, he has like a really high. He has a high ceiling and a high floor. So I think that's why the scouts are just so like goo goo gaga over him, because they're like, we'll overlook the age, but this guy has the high ceiling and the high floor. It's like you can't fail picking this guy. He's safe. You can't
Right,
fail.
and it's just as simply as long as his skills, like, it's just ultimately with Cedric Coward, like, obviously he can get better in certain areas, but like, it's really with his skill just translating everything that you see on film, translate to him being a very, very above average guy, like a guy who at least has the minimum of a floor being a 3-and-D wing that you can essentially start.
Yeah.
Like Cedric, that should be Cedric Coward's floor if his play can translate. But obviously, it's
I'm-
the
yeah.
draft, and obviously we know how all that goes. Like it could all not, but it's just a skill translating. Like having those type of like physical traits and like what he got on the combine next to like that that defense and like just the 3-point shooting in general and the
Yeah.
ability of like getting to those like spots and being able to just have a solid feel off of the ball and
Yeah.
like it's like the only real like negative towards his game, like you look at it offensively, is just literally being able to be more of an on-ball scorer. That's all his
Yes.
like real negatives are. Is that
I'm
he
glad
just
you mentioned that because I'm gonna get right into this weaknesses. I want to talk about the weaknesses. So here are what they listed as the weaknesses that the scout said. It says first one is injury risk and limited recent tape. We knew that he only had 6 games due to the shoulder surgery. Teams must weigh small sample size. Ball handling and playmaking, dribble creation and tempo control needs work. Turnovers nearly matched the assist, 116 versus 137 total. Defensive maturity, he's prone to gambling and being out of position. Needs a little bit tighter defensive fundamentals. And then age and development ceiling at 21, 22, less developmental runway than younger prospects. Limited ceiling versus star upside, rotational fit, lean role player, rotational fit versus star upside. So those weaknesses are not really crazy. It's just kind of like all things we already do, but I would just say if we wanted to be picky, the ball handling and playmaking is where, like you said, he needs to be better as an on-ball creator. But if he has a table setter point guard initiator on his team, he doesn't have to do all
NBA
that.
level type of system. But like even Sipe said, like 3.7 assists on 2.2 turnovers is like kind of crazy for a guy who's like Cedric Coward. Like when you think of like a wing, like you know what I mean. Like this isn't a guy that you think of like a guard. Like there's a lot of guards in this like in college that don't even average that high of assist numbers. Like genuinely
Yeah. So those weaknesses,
limited,
like I said,
but still, it's good.
we know his ceiling is limited, and we know like okay, the defensive that could be taught maturity. He just got to get adjusted. Like I said, it's just the on-court ball creation for him. So let me ask you guys this: going into the draft, like what kind of teams do you think would he be successful on? I'm looking here. They said
every team.
You think every team?
Yeah. Well, again, like he is a big, strong 3-and-D wing that
Yeah,
could.
he could really fit anywhere.
Yeah,
Right.
and like y'all said, he's as plug and play as you can get in terms of like a genuine player.
Let me see.
And look, and with the shooting, like there's some movement with the shooting too. Like he really moves off ball. Like he legitimately fits on every single team in the NBA.
So this is where Tankathon has him going to the Pelicans at 23. Let's see the
Tankathon
teams.
is wrong. Like I'm gonna say that right now. He's gonna go higher.
The teams above that, they have Hawks 22, Jazz 21, Heat 20, us at 19, Jaeger 18, Wizards at 18, I'm sorry, Wolves at 17, and Grizzlies 16, Thunder at 15. So it's like, I feel like that's might be his 15 to 23 could be, in my opinion, Cedric Coward's range.
Yeah, it's like any of those teams could realistically take
Thunder,
him.
Grizzlies, Wolves, Wizards, Nets, Heat, Jazz, Hawks, Pelicans.
If he gets past 17, like there's something wrong with the NBA.
He said something wrong.
Yeah, but legitimately, like this guy, like he is good. Like he is legitimately really good. Like he has everything you want in an NBA player. Like again, 6'7", 7'2" wingspan, 38.5-inch vertical. Like really good shooter, really good finisher. Like he has his only weakness. He only has 2 problems. Sorry, 3 problems. He's gonna be 22. He might be an injury risk.
Yeah.
And the on-ball creation isn't elite. But
Yeah.
even then, over his last 2 seasons, he averaged 16 points per game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's still good.
That's pretty solid for a role player. He's like the prototypical role player. Like I said, if he is successful in this NBA, like say he has to go to the right team, and he could be a win now piece. In my opinion, he could be.
Like I'm gonna say right now, the Thunder are not gonna turn him down at 15.
Oh no, yeah, he's perfect for the Thunder. He's exactly what the Thunder wanted.
Bro, Isaiah Joe is getting rotation minutes, so
yeah, Cedric Coward is perfect because the Thunder's philosophy is you got to be able to shoot, dribble, pass, and play great defense. So he passes all those checkpoints for Thunder basketball. Yeah.
Honestly, the way this draft is, he could go as high as 10. I can see the Rockets taking him. I can see the Blazers taking him. I can see the Bulls taking him. I can see the Hawks taking him. I can see the Spurs taking him.
Yeah.
He fits on every team. He has just so much utility.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's
And it's
know.
actually
Yeah.
crazy. Like, just one more point. Like,
Mm.
as much as like as much as I love like Carter Bryant, like defensively and as like a prospect in general, it's crazy how much more of like offensive upside Cedric Coward has compared to him. And
Yeah.
like he realistically could go like 12 in terms of like Carter Bryant.
I'm telling you, bro. It's all. I tell you, the ageism is a real thing. Carter Bryant just turned
Well,
19 with
But like
19.
now that I'm thinking about this, I know in like previous videos I've said like the Nets should really consider like getting Carter Bryant
Mhm.
and like taking a risk on him, but like you might just because here's the thing though, you would draft Carter Bryant in hopes he would become Cedric Coward. So why not just take
That's
Cedric
bad
Coward?
for you. You drafting Carter Bryant so he can become Cedric Coward. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. As I said, like that's just how it is in the draft community. I told you it's ageism, bro. You got to draft a younger person because of the upside. You
Like,
want
I'll
them
be
more
honest,
years.
like the
Yeah.
second I didn't even look at like Cedric Coward's like tape before,
Mhm.
I looked at his age first and I was like no,
Yeah.
and then I looked at the tape and the film and I'm like okay, this guy is legitimately good.
Yeah, bro. Legit. Like I said, perfect plug and play guy. Let us know in the comments.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
there is like one problem though.
What?
Like he might lack some courage.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
see what you
Coward.
did there.
Yeah.
Hey. Coward, last
Yeah.
name. Okay, I see what you did there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you did there. Yo, you hit that
Like
like
we don't need no cowards on the Nets.
do we need a coward on the Nets? Yo, let's know in the comments. Do we need a coward on the Nets, or you guys don't want no cowards on this team? You know,
That should be the title of this video.
Yeah, right.
Do the Nets need a coward?
Do the Nets need a coward on their team? So let us know. Let us know if the Nets need a coward on the team in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on It's Kingdom of One. And don't forget, check out all the playlists. Our playlist has all the scouting reports. So you guys, get all that draft content in those playlists. So click the playlist on the YouTube channel and we'll be back. Appreciate you guys so much.